Moving on with lesson 20, we'll be doing 854 to 859, which we're going to begin talking about Marcellus, great Roman hero. Sic pater anchises atquaec mirantibus adit aspicut insignis spoliis Marcellus opimis ingreditur victorque viros supereminet omnes. So, Father Anchises, and you got to put in Decet, speaks. He's the subject, and it's Pater Anchises, subject, double underline. And his verb is Decet, which is left out, ellipsis here. And he added it, he adds, haec, these words, haec verba, mirantibus, now this is dative, to those wondering or admiring. And it means, of course, Aeneas and the Sibyl, to them wondering. They're marveling at this line of heroes and what Anchises had just said as the Roman mission. He says, aspice, look. This is an imperative in the singular, look. And then here translate ut as how. How Marcellus, and he is the subject now of this clause, how Marcellus, insignis, distinguished, with the spoliis opimis, with the, this is the spoils won in single-hand combat with a rival general. This was a very rare honor for Roman generals. Only happened 3 times in history by Romulus, also by Cossus, and now Marcellus, in which the Roman general slew the enemy general with his own hand and then collected this honor. So these are excellent spoils, opimis, or we could say that they have this specific criteria for these spoils. So that is how he is distinguished. That's what he's known for here. Look how Marcellus, ingreditur, there's your verb, enters, distinguished, insignis, by the spoliis opimis, by the excellent spoils, victorque viros super eminent omnes, and towers above. We had that word back when Dido was being compared to Diana. Diana towered above all her nymphs that she was accompanied by. How he towers above all men, presumably all the men in this procession of great Romans, as victor, victor, and that's nominative also modifying Marcellus. One more time. This whole part. So Father Anchises speaks and adds these words to them wondering, Aeneas and the Sibyl. Look how Marcellus enters, distinguished by the spoliis opimis, the excellent spoils, and towers above all men as victor. Hic rem Romanam magno turbante tumultu sistet eques, sternet poenos gallumque rebellem, tertia quarma patri suspendit capta Quirino. This one, this guy, meaning Marcellus, so hic is nominative, this guy will sistet, will stay or steady or hold fast the rem Romanum, the Roman state. Ablative, magno turbante tumultu, with the great tumult or rebellion roaring. And this tumultu is referring especially to a Gallic uprising in northern Italy, which he helped to stop. So this man will stay or steady the Roman Republic or Roman state. with the great riot, uprising, meaning mainly of Gaul. They use this term in reference to that especially, and we see this down here. Roaring. Eques, as a knight, as one of the equestrian class. Now, if you look at Farr's note, he says, although only a knight, or but only a knight. So I don't know if this means, Farr takes it to mean that he's saying, even as a knight, he did this. So I'm not sure how he reads that in there, but you can take his note. But the word is knight. This man as a knight, so these both modify Marcellus, or refer to Marcellus. Sternet poenos galumque rebellum. He will lay low. And this is, these are futures, by the way. He will lay low, because all this stuff is a prophecy, right? Hasn't happened yet. He will lay low the Phoenicians, because he did fight against Carthage, and rebel Gaul, rebellious Gaul. And that's the uprising that I just referred to. He will lay low the Phoenicians and rebel Gaul. Tertia quarma patri suspendit capta Quirino. And will suspend, or will hang up, the arms. That's an object. Captured, or the captured arms. He will hang up the captured arms for, and these are dative, for Father Quirinus. Who's Father Quirinus? Father Quirinus refers to Romulus. This is the name given to Romulus after he was deified, after he became a god. So he will hang up the captured arms for Father Quirinus. Or maybe you could say he will hang up the, oh, and by the way, tertia, the thrice captured arms. And that's referring to the fact that the spoliis opimis were only captured 3 times in Roman history, and Marcellus was the last one to do it. So the thrice captured arms to Father Quirinus. He was the one who captured them the first time. So it's fitting that they should be hung up, commemorated to him. And you might notice here we have a nice sort of a, well, there's an interlocking order, but it kind of creates this chiastic structure around the verb there. One more time with the Latin, and then we'll move on. Sic pater anchises at quaec mirantibus addit aspicut insignis poliis Marcellus opimis ingreditur victorque viros super eminent omnes. Hic rem Romanam magno turbante tumultu sistet eques sternet poenos galumque rebellem tertia quarma patri suspendet capta Quirino.